So I know that there are so many of you out there that are going through your own stuff, your own crap, and just trying to figure it out. You feel depressed, you feel alone, you feel stuck, you feel like you don't have the answers, like you can't get the resources. So I'm going to tell you my recent story very briefly. As we go through the rest of my channel, I will be talking about the rest of my stories, but I think this one is important right now. Um, Spirit has very, very strongly directed me to do this today in this way. And so this is my first video ever on my brand new channel, and I didn't plan on doing it this way, but this is what Spirit said. Universe was like, people need to hear what you're going through. So, basic story. Living in a small town with my husband. We were having marital issues for like 4 years. I had decided on divorce. Told him I wanted to get divorced, and he had a PTSD flashback moment while we were talking about our divorce. Um, yeah, okay. If you can't handle a discussion about the end of your marriage without having a PTSD flashback, there's some serious issues you got to get help with. Anyway, so the landlord that we were renting from was selling the house when our lease was up. We were trying to find separate places to move to. Um, I was packing up my stuff. He was packing up his stuff. We had separate rooms. Lived on opposite sides of the house. Kind of a roommate situation, but it was very difficult. Fighting all the time the last like 6 months. Constantly getting screamed at for stuff. He used to have narcissistic tendencies. Maybe we all do. I don't know anymore. But so lots of fighting. I got to the point where anything that pissed me off, anything that crossed a boundary, anything that I was like, okay, that's not okay to say to me, that's not okay to do, I would speak my truth about it, but it would cause these horrific fights. I have never been so angry with someone before. I've had a lot of relationships that just kind of went sideways, not really good at the end of them. And I've had one in particular where my ex-husband, my first one, um, we're best friends now. We go out and do stuff together. We hang. We're good as friends. We just can't do it as a couple. But my current husband, almost soon to be ex, um, yeah, it was bad. It was screamed at constantly. And I'm a creative. I am an artist, and I have not painted anything in like a year and a half. I'm completely blocked. I have no inspiration. There's no drive to create. I've sat down at a canvas and just stared at it and got up and walked away because I had no anything. And it took me till the end of my marriage to realize that the last 6 months of him and I being together, to realize how much he dimmed my light, how much he blocked me. And I had been trying to get some sort of reciprocity out of him. PTSD issues, big, like emotionally not available. Come to find out, like 3 years in the marriage, that he actually thinks his feelings instead of feeling his feelings. When I brought that possibility up, he took a pause, a couple minutes, and said, yeah, I think I do that. I think my feelings. And I'm like, well, how do you even know that you're in love with me then? Like, maybe that's the problem. He said, oh, no, no. Love is something I've always felt. It's something I've always known. Except he never showed it. I had to initiate everything. Hand holding. Text him during the day, hey, I need to be close. Can you please hold me? Um, that's a relationship. That's not marriage. That's not how that's supposed to work. And I didn't realize till the very end how horribly toxic all that shit was. So, end of the lease, fighting like crazy, being screamed at daily almost, being felt like my concerns, my issues that I had with him in the relationship weren't anything. Like he kind of brushed it off as his PTSD took priority and that I should be focused on that instead of, um, what was going on. He was mad that I wasn't there for him. I'm sorry. I'm a sensitive. I see things in my head, pictures, and you describe stuff. Well, it's gonna traumatize me. So no, not doing that. Anyway, so trying to figure out where to go. Right. I've been on a list for income assistance. Like HUD homes, um, Section 8 housing, I guess is what they call it. So I've been on two different in our small town. They had two different apartment complexes that were income assisted. I certainly don't make $2,000 a month for or more for rent, which is what the housing is in my area. And so I had been on this list, this waiting list forever, for months already, since like September of last year. And so coming around to February this year, um, end of January, middle to end of January, and I was still like fourth or fifth on those waiting lists. I have a friend, an acquaintance that I know who has a fifth wheel camper on a piece of property that he owns about an hour away from where I normally live. So he said he would take it off the Airbnb market and let me rent it for $500 a month with utilities included. I'm like, sweet, okay. So that's a place I can go. I'm not homeless. All right. So I put half of my stuff in storage. Well, three-fourths of my stuff in storage and moved everything up here, moved everything by myself. I had help lifting a couch or dresser, whatever, into the back of the truck, but moving it out and into the storage, I did everything on my own. So then I moved my belongings up to this fifth wheel camper that I'm now staying in behind me here. Um, so that means that it's like an hour away, right? That means I had quit my job so that I could move up here. So I had a place to live. So I quit my job to not be homeless. So now I've paid the $500 for February. I'm living in this camper, looking for work. Don't know the area. So let's recap for a second. Horrible last 6 months, being completely screamed at, fighting all the time, walking on eggshells, not wanting to talk about anything anymore because everything I open my mouth to, I get yelled at. So I just quit talking. I just quit opening up. I just avoided. And so moved out of the house together. We're now separate. Moved into a camper. So I quit my job, left all my friends, all my hiking trails, all my outdoor stuff that my dog always do, all the places that bring me comfort, that bring me stability, that bring me back to my center. Left all of it, just so I wouldn't be homeless. Everything I know. Okay, this is what we got to do. That's what we do, right? So fine. Suck it up, buttercup. So I come up here in the camper, right? So I'm living in this camper on the top of a hill, 30 feet from this guy that is renting me the camper. And the reason I said friend and then changed it to acquaintance, I'm actually going to let you know about that a little bit too. So this gentleman is my twin flame. About 2 weeks before I came up here to stay in the camper, he broke up with me over text. Said he couldn't do the emotional relationship, had to work on some other stuff. Broke up with me. So I'm living 30 feet from the front door of my twin flame who broke up with me, who Uh, by the way, that's got nothing to do with the marriage. Like, that situation. My soon to be ex husband, completely aware of the situation, said he was good with it, understood all of it. We're kind of spiritual people. Well, I am at least. Um, so that had nothing to do with anything. Like, the marriage was crap, like a year into it, if not more, like, sooner as we got married or we were together. Anyway, so so I quit my job, moved an hour away so I wouldn't be homeless, living in a fifth wheel camper 30 feet from my twin flame who just broke up with me. I've applied to 31 jobs in this brand new area in like four different towns within like an hour drive, which kind of pisses me off because then I could have just moved up here and did an hour commute to my current job down in the town that I was living in. And no, I quit that already. Um, so here we are, middle of February, no job. Um, Nobody's calling back. Nobody's reaching out. I've got a couple of interviews. I interviewed with the hospital yesterday, but it takes 2 weeks for their onboarding process at the hospital. And then once you do that, then you got to work your 2 weeks so you get a paycheck. So I'm looking at another month of no income. Um, yeah, haven't paid my car payment yet. I haven't paid the rest of my bills for the end of the month, let alone figured out how to get the 500 for this place for March. Divorce papers should be in the mail beginning of March. Um, Address change and all that, but fuck, dude. I don't have all my stuff. I don't have a job. I have this place. It's supposed to be utilities included, but yesterday he refilled my propane and then asked me to cover the cost of the propane now. So all utilities are no longer included, I guess. So I wonder how long it'll be before he asks for electric now. Um, yeah. I have another friend who just bought a house. Not really a friend either, more of an acquaintance. Best friend of this guy. So still attached to this kind of toxic energy, right? Um, and he just bought a house and he's offered me a room there to rent from him for 800 a month and half the utilities. But I can't do that for a multitude of reasons. First of all, toxic situation, like still connected energy wise. It's just bad things. He's narcissistic too, the guy that just bought the house. So he's actually worse than the other one. So yeah, I'm not living in that, not walking back into that kind of situation I just left. Um, one of my options are, uh, I don't know, go stand in some street corner somewhere. But I, geez, I don't know, dude. I've got 2 weeks to make like at least $1,200 to pay my car payment and the next month's rent, and no job yet. Um, got a dog I gotta take care of. She's depressed as fuck. I'm trying to keep high vibe, and it's shit. It is. It is so hard. I'm alone, which is okay. Um, I need that time to heal and do my own thing and get me centered. But I'm not alone because I've got my friends back home. And the girls at my old job actually sent me a happy Valentine's Day this morning. Oh, by the way, y'all, happy Valentine's Day. Anyway, they all got together and they did the little heart thing, you know, sent me a picture with all of them doing the little hearts, and that made my heart happy because I know that they still miss me. They got my back. But they're there. I'm here, sitting in a camper, um, in the middle of nowhere. There's dirt everywhere. It's raining, so now it's muddy. Um, it's windy as fuck. It's cold. The camper runs on propane, and if I'm paying for propane, that means that I can't have the heat on very much. Um, because then I have to figure out how to buy more propane, and I can't even get groceries right now. I'm in flux with all kinds of stuff, actually. And so I'm going to have to figure out how to get myself out. So I figured out, okay, let me rewind. Sorry. I figured out how to get myself out of the bad marriage situation, right? But then I walked back into, I got myself in, rewind, out of desperation for a place to live. I got myself in this situation, trying to get out of that one. So I'm out of that one. Now I have to try and get out of this one. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do that. But I'm going to. I'm going to figure it out. Because I've always figured it out before. And I'll make it work now. Whatever that happens to be. So if I have to pack up the rest of my stuff in the camper that I brought up here, let him have his Airbnb back with the camper, and you know, go back where my support system is, and live out of my car down by the river until I can find a job there, where I know people and I know where things are. I am still on that waiting list for the apartment, so hopefully at some point those will come through. We're coming into spring and summer, so right now it's really cold, crappy weather, even, an hour away where I came from. Um, my girls at work said that it was cold and windy and you know, but there's a lot of trails and a lot of woods where I can stay in a car for like 2 weeks and then move it somewhere else for 2 weeks. And then I won't have to pay anything for rent for anybody. Um, and figure out how to get a job back home. It's kind of where I'm leaning because this is not good either. Um, I don't know where I'm going to get money to pay the rest of my stuff. Don't take this the wrong way. This is not a pity party. This is not, hey, soul tribe out there. Like, I'm not asking for money. Excuse me. I'm on here to tell you all of this so that if you're going through your own crap and you're having a hard time and not knowing which way to turn, strength, inner strength, resilience, and the belief in yourself is going to get you through. Because I'm telling you guys right now, emotionally, I'm a fucking train wreck. I don't know what direction to go. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to end. I don't know where I want to be in life. Like, I could go anywhere. This is a wonderful opportunity. I could go anywhere I wanted to, but I need resources to do that. So, step by step, right? I had a really, really hard emotional time a couple of weeks back, week and a half maybe. Um, because I was thinking about that. I'm like, I was going to give myself 6 months in this camper to find a job, save up money, doing the whole 500 a month thing. It was a really good price, especially for now, nowadays, now times, and the area and all that. We're in, rents for even apartments, 1 or 2 bedroom apartments are like $1,000. So yeah, 500 a month is really awesome for this, Airbnb camper thing I'm living in. But if I can't afford that, I can't go anywhere else. So I have to find stability first. whatever that makes it look like, whatever that looks like. I need to just figure out how to do that, right? And and then once I get stabilized, then I can figure out where I want to go. But I digress. I didn't finish saying what I was going to say. So a week and a half ago, I was depressed as fuck for like 2 or 3 days. Could not stop crying. Um, Staring out the window, not focusing, not thinking, not being able to do anything, and just really down. Because I kept thinking about what am I going to do in 6 months? Where am I going to go? Where do I want to be? Because not just my environment keeps changing, but I keep changing. I'm growing, I'm adapting, I'm becoming who I'm supposed to be. And that's a lot of change. Divorce. Quit my friends and support system. Left the things that bring me comfort and stability that ground myself. My trees, my woods, my trails, my lakes, my mountains. Moved an hour away to a high desert plain. Living 30 feet from a twin flame that just broke up with me 2 weeks before I moved into this place. No job forthcoming immediately with pay. Um, Learning to adapt and be living by myself. Um, Trying to spiritually heal, trying to emotionally and physically heal, trying to understand what I need, what my goals are, what my priorities are for me now. And all of that. So I was trying to figure out this is a lot. It's just too much. It's just too fucking much. And I was trying to figure it out. And then I realized I don't need to worry about 6 months from now. I don't. That's pointless. I don't want to do tomorrow. So today, tonight, tomorrow. Today, tonight, tomorrow. That's what I'm focusing on. That's what I'm going to work on. That's how I'm going to go forward. That's where I'm going to get my ideas. That's how I'm going to figure out how to move forward, how to find the money and the resources and the ability to be where I need to be, wherever that is. Today, tonight, tomorrow. One step at a time, right? And it's hard as fuck. And I know there are so many of you out there going through the same shit. You are so going through the shit. I can feel it. And, you know, I'm a huge spiritual person. I'm a huge spiritual person. Spirit talks to me. I get downloads. I do tarot readings. I listen to tarot. I have my own guides that I listen to. Um, I'm not getting much direction other than be who you're supposed to be. This YouTube idea that I've had for almost a year now, June of last year, 2024, is when I got this download for this idea about this channel. And this is definitely not how I wanted to start this channel, but this is what needed to happen. And needed to happen this way because the collective right now and the world in general is just going through the ringer. All the stuff that's happening on this planet is in upheaval, but it's in upheaval and it's horrible right now. And it very likely will get worse before it gets better. But it's getting worse so that we can break down the system. The shit doesn't work anymore. The system don't work anymore. The government doesn't work for the people anymore. The people don't work for the people anymore. And we've all become so divided and segregated and pitted against each other. And when did it be okay? When did it become okay for you to yell at me about my own thought process or my own ideas? Like, I don't have to agree with you, right? Isn't that what the world is supposed to be about? Is unity in our differences? Why do we all want to be the same? Why do I want to think the same as you? That's boring as fuck. Look at me. Look at this. Does this look like I'm want to be normal? Did I want to be like everybody else? No, I want to be my own individual. I want to be unique. I want to be authentic. Authentically me. Authentically Neva. And that's my goal. No matter where I go with authenticity. Because I'm not doing this whole empty bullshit anymore. Excuse me. I'm living for me. And if that means things are a little harder at first, okay. They need to be hard to make me strong and make me resilient so that I can do what I need to do to help this collective move forward. So, all of you are going through this shit right now. Everybody's got their own individual crap that they're dealing with. I'm not any different than anybody else. I just have a different kind of struggle. But what I want to say, and the reason I came on here to tell my story in this way, like I said, this is not how I wanted to start this channel, but I was urged by my spirit team. Sorry, I'm getting over a little sniffles. So my spirit team said, you need to just do this, Neva. Stop thinking about it. Stop trying to make everything perfect and just right the way you want it on this channel to start this channel. Don't wait to heal, because people need to know that other people are struggling. See? Sorry. We're not supposed to be perfect. People are not supposed to be perfect, and society has conditioned us to think that we need to be. It's okay not to be. In fact, it's wonderful not to be perfect, because that's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's how we build that independence and that resiliency. Excuse me. And that drive. If we're all just sitting all comfortable and cozy somewhere and not having any adversity in our lives, it doesn't force us to grow. It doesn't force us to change. And we sit in the energy of the crap that we don't want anymore because it's comfortable, because it's what we know, because it's easier. I used to think easier, comforting was better. I used to deal with the narcissists and the toxic people and the fighting and the arguments and the people telling me that I'm wrong because I don't think the same way as them. You know what? Fuck that shit. If you can't respect me for my own individuality, walk the fuck away. That is how I'm building my strength and my resiliency. I get mad. People aren't mad enough. Get pissed. It's time to get pissed. Stop letting people treat you like shit. Because you deserve better than that. Because you're worth more than that. Because you need what you need. And they don't have to agree with it. They don't have to understand it. They don't have to see it. They don't have to get it. You get it. You need it. You voice it. That's all that matters. I'm using my anger at the injustice of all this crap. The frustration at all of it. I am using that anger as my superpower. I am fucking superwoman because I'm angry. I'm angry at being mistreated by my family. Let it walk all over me. I did that to myself. I did that to myself. I allow that. No more. So yeah, I'm about to be homeless again. Probably living, sorry, can't talk. Probably living out of my car down by the river. Okay, see, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. But that's okay because I will find it on the other side of all of this. I will find it. I will find it in my solid mind. It will be strong and empowered because I'm using my anger about my own injustice to myself, my own permission for people to treat me the way that they have. I gave people permission to treat me that way, and I'm not anymore. And it's causing ripples. It's causing issues. But honestly, I'm okay with it. Because those are the ripples and issues that needed to happen so that I get what I need. So that from here on out, starting at age 51, my ass is my own. I decide no. They're going to have to treat me better to be in my life, to receive my energy. I'm using my anger as my superpower to make myself tough enough to get through this without just melting into pieces. Because the other alternative isn't an alternative. Plan B, not an alternative. This planet needs me because I can help empower you guys. So, this is me. Hi, I'm Neva. Welcome to my channel, Gaia's True Voice. Because that's how the planet is moving. We are using our voices to say what we need now. And the people that don't like it, they can go kick rocks. Because this is a new world order. This is a new planet. This is going to be how we want our lives to be. How do we want to be as a collective, as a planet, as humanity moving forward? Do we want division? Really? No. Unity. People are social creatures. We need each other. So why are we constantly at each other? Why are we always that divide us? We need to spread the love, people. We need to spread the love. We need way more of it in this world. So, hi, I'm Neva. Welcome to my channel, Gaia's True Voice. I'm going to make a lot more content, but I'm putting this video out immediately as soon as I can figure out how to do that, because that's part of this whole thing too. I have had this idea, but no idea how to make it work. So I'm going to make it work. I'm going to figure it out, because that's what's needed. It needs to be done. And you guys, the collective, humanity, needs to hear that other people are struggling. So whatever it is that you're going through, just know that you're not alone. It feels like you're alone. I feel like I'm alone, but I know that I'm not. I've got my support system back home. They're just not right here immediately to give me hugs. But I know long distance. Hey guys, I love you. My Soul Tribe family. The people I know got my back, my ride or dies. So, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to put an email link in the description box below. Description? I'm making up new words now. Description box below. And if you feel like you're alone, if you feel like you need somebody to talk to, If you can't afford a therapist, if you feel like your family or friends would judge you for whatever it is you're going through, if you feel like you can't reach out and talk to somebody, please, please reach out to me. I will not judge you. Some of the stuff that goes on in my head, man, ooh, I'm not judging nobody. Whatever it is. If you want to reach out, if you need a helping hand, if you need some support, if you need a cheerleader, I will be your cheerleader. Because I think we all need to be each other's cheerleaders. And if I cheerlead for you, well, next time maybe I need to pick me up, you can be mine. So here we are, collective. I am going to make the best out of what I've got right now, which isn't a whole lot, but I have a lot more than some people. And what I do have an abundance of, huge amounts of abundance, is love and support and spiritual healing. And I am a conversational healist, a conversational healist, a conversational healer. See, I told you I'm trying to make up new words. Not perfect. Shouldn't be perfect. Don't want to be perfect. Because all of my damaged parts, all of my traumas and issues and ways of being that might not be super great right now, I'm making them great. I see my flaws. I see the things that I need to work on. I'm doing my shadow work. I'm doing my healing. And so this channel and this journey and telling my story in different ways, that's just a tiny little piece, is going to help the collective. You're not alone. You will never be alone. Whoever you are out there, whatever you are going through, you will never be alone. Talk to me. Ooh, I just heard Stevie Nicks. You can talk to me when you're down now. Oh my God. Yeah. Can't sing right now. I do huge karaoke, but yeah, I can't sing right now because the whole snot thing. Anyway, so that's the end of my story for the moment. But if you need a cheerleader, if you need a helping hand, if you need somebody to virtually hold your hand, to uplift you, Neva is here to say, it's okay, baby. We got this. You got this. You're going to kick ass. You're going to figure it out. You will. You will figure it out because I'm figuring it out. And I know if I can figure it out after all of this, I know you can too. I'm your sounding board. I'll be here. Bounce ideas off me. Talk about whatever your issue is. Like I said, I don't judge. I don't judge. Everybody's got their own crap. And we all need to support each other. Because that's the only way that we're going to bring the light back to the world. Add your light to mine. Okay? We'll go through the darkness together. We'll come out the other side better, brighter, stronger. And then we can be cheerleaders for others. And they can add our light. We can add our light to theirs. Or they can add their light to us. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Don't try and be perfect. Try and be you. Try and be authentic. Because that's what the world needs. Authenticity. And the power of voice, the power of words, the power of creation. It'll be okay. We're going to make it through, guys. Well, I feel it so strongly in my heart. So if you need to cry, if you need to scream and wail and beat the crap out of a pillow or just curl up on a ball on the floor and just wail like the end of the world, do it. Get it out. Release it. And then yourself in the mirror, all snotted up and puffy, swollen eyes and horrible, like just red face, ugly crying face, whatever. I'm an ugly crier. I am. When I get down in it, I'm an ugly crier. Anyway, do it. Release that energy. Then look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, I got this. What's the next step? Show me the next step, Spirit. Just help guide me one step. One step. Today, tonight, tomorrow. We got this. We're going to make it. And on the other side, it's going to be so beautiful because we're going to be stronger. There's going to be so much light and love. So, yeah, you're cracked right now. But just like, I think it's Japan does the gold with the vases. If a vase breaks, they fill the cracks with gold. And it becomes more stronger. Good English. It becomes stronger and more resilient, and it becomes kind of more valuable because now it's got gold in it, right? So those cracks are there for a reason. Those cracks are there so that you let the darkness out and the light in and fill it with something stronger. So I'm here. Out to me. I'll be your cheerleader, and we'll add our lights together and make the world a brighter place so that we can go out and help everybody else shine their lights as well. Okay? All right. So I'm hoping that my next video is actually one that I was intending to do. So I love you guys. Everyone out there, the whole planet. I fucking love people. I love you. Spirit loves you. They're falling down right now because we have to rebuild them better. The foundation cannot be built on sand, and it has been. So it's falling. It's collapsing. It's a tower moment. And it sucks right now. They're bad tower moments right now, but at the end of all this, it's going to be amazing and beautiful. And we will all be in our own individual power. Okay, collective humanity. Go shine your light. Be cheerleaders to each other. Uplift each other. Don't talk down about each other. Give your light to somebody who needs it. Kind to all of. I love you all. Love and light.